an ass, but he's not a dumbass. He had to know that this was
I light at the club with one stanza. Niggas getting their hands up, chicks come out their pants. What? It's been a minute since I first put it down. Bought you them 2 drunk hits from
To be honest, I'm a dude. I can get down with the skank factor a little bit.
Down, that's my nigga. We still the same, cause Vic without the 2 drunk click, that's not a game. Look, we on a different page, but it's the same book. It's still in with Vic.
Grey Goose was flowing nonstop. It was like it was on tap. The music was tight, and it was a good
This is
time.
aimless, they can't recognize this game. Niggas are gamers, I'm dynamite. When I rock the mic, it's like I cannot be stopped. Oh, the flow so high.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Vic once again coming at you. You get at me at Vic at BigVicPresents.com. As always, that's the way to get with me. And let me just jump right in. I thought today the big story was going to be another incident at BART. Another incident of BART cops going wild, going crazy. I thought that was going to be the big story, but it got trumped a couple of days ago. The big story is Tiger Woods. That's right. The #1 golfer, arguably the greatest golfer to ever play the game. By the time he's done, probably won't even be an argument. But your boy having some issues as of late. It's been a rough year. My man had the knee injury, trying to come back from the knee injury, and the struggles to get back to form, to get back on top of the game. Then he's got allegations, accusations, and it's just a bad situation, man. But this past weekend, my man was found laid out. Your boy laid out in front of his pad, unconscious, in and out of conscious. When the story broke, the first thing we all heard was that he was in a major car accident. So, of course, images in your mind of a man struggling for his life, and you're like, man, this is the greatest cat that ever played the game of golf, man. It's not supposed to end this way. Then within about 20 minutes, you hear, okay, it was a minor accident. He's been released from the hospital. All right, once again, media blows it, but big relief, sigh of relief. Your boy's gonna be all right. Then more details start coming out about how he backed into a fire hydrant and a tree not too far from his driveway. He was leaving the house at 2:30 in the morning, and his wife had to bust out the back window to rescue him. She busted it out with a golf club. Okay, now if this wasn't starting to sound a little strange, I don't know what's up. But regardless, what's going on now is just ridiculous. We've got media personalities. I saw someone today, one of these media personalities who shall remain nameless, talking about the public has a right to know. Upset because Tiger hasn't made a statement with a lot of details explaining to everybody what's going on. Well, you know what? He doesn't need to. This is where I come out on this. And, if you got a different opinion, get at me again. Vic at BigVicPresents.com. It's Vic with a K. And let me know what you think. But in my opinion, the public doesn't have a right to know about this man's personal life. I heard somebody say that once he decided to go into the world of professional sports, that he signed away his rights to privacy. Now look, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Okay, #1, we know that Tiger Woods is notoriously private, and I think he has every right to be so. When he decided to go into the world of professional sports, what he signed over was his right to play the game without all eyes watching him. Any athlete who decides to go into the realm of professional sports has basically decided that I'm going to let you, the public, in on this part of my life. You are going to get to see the ups and downs and the struggles that I go through, the struggles and the triumphs as I compete in this game. And you get an open window, front row seat at the triumphs, the struggles of whatever sport that the athlete has engaged in. That's where it ends, okay? But today's society, we've got this thing, man, where I tell you, people just feel like there's this obsession with celebrity status and those who have it, and we just can't let go of it. We saw it with Britney Spears. We see it with the paparazzi floating around. Everybody from Paris Hilton to Lindsay Lohan. Now we got this situation with Tiger, who has never really been in any trouble. And now if you listen to people talk, it's like he's in trouble. He won't talk to the police. Well, look, the last I checked, and I could be wrong, news is breaking by the minute, but the last I heard, there was no crime committed. And if there's no crime committed and no suspicion of a crime, then the man doesn't need to talk to the police. So, no, there's no right to know by the public. The only people that have a right to know what's going on is Tiger and his family. Now, that said, is it smart? Is it smart PR, public relations, to not issue some kind of statement with a little bit more detail just to appease the public who do want to know very badly and want to get a little more detail? Now, there you might have an argument. This is a man that a lot of people look up to, a lot of people feel is a role model, and with respect to his privacy, it might be in his best interest to talk a little bit about what's going on, to maybe quell some of the, let's face it, if you don't say anything, which is where Tiger's coming from at this point, he's not going to say anything. But when you don't speak, then people start taking the story and running with it. They have no facts, but we can all conjure up a lot of images in our head. So he could wind up being a big victim of that if he doesn't come out and say something. But again, he doesn't owe it to anyone, but it's in his best interest to at least cooperate with the police, at least cooperate with the law. But as of right now, so far, he doesn't have to do any of that. So, and I'm sure if through further investigation, if it comes out that, because now I'm hearing that the police want to do some further investigation and get some of his medical records to get a better idea of what's going on and see if maybe it was a situation of domestic dispute, domestic violence possibly. But if it comes to that, where the law is saying, okay, look, now you have to deal, then I'm quite sure that that Tiger Woods is going to comply. But until then, why fuel anything when you don't have to? My man's going to lay low. He's just already decided that he's going to shut it down for the rest of the year. Not even going to be at his own event. So that just lets you know that he's hoping this whole thing is going to go away. And we'll see. It's a little bit tough because the public has a hard time letting these kind of things go, especially with someone like him who is just, this is the first billionaire athlete, and he's really, really led a life free of a lot of heavy controversy, which people are not used to, particularly when his skin is a little shade browner than others. So, there's that aspect of it. It does seem to be a little more attention than I think another type of athlete, if you know what I'm saying, would get. But we won't go there right now. I'm just saying that, when you have someone who hasn't had any controversy surrounding him and something like this happens, he's so private that people are just looking for a piece, just an inkling of his life, of what's really going on. And now they got a piece, and they're looking for a bigger piece.